Stan Gibilisco here from the Nerd Cave, where I have my amateur radio station W1, GV Whiskey 1, Good Vibrations, with just a little question for you, another thought for you to bat around and come back to me and offer your opinion on. How much privacy should we have on a public medium such as the internet? Now behind you, you're listening to my amateur radio station, Morse code coming in. The amateur radio bands are a public medium, and when I get on that radio and communicate with people, I have no expectation of privacy. You can get a shortwave radio receiver and listen to our communications, and assuming that you can understand Morse code, or you have a device that will decode it and display it on your screen, you can look at everything we're saying. And there's absolutely nothing that we can do about it, because that is part of the deal. When you get an amateur radio license, you do not have any expectation of privacy. In fact, until recently, and I think it still may be, that it's actually illegal to encrypt. Illegal for amateur radio operators to encrypt their communications, so that everything that we say is fair game for anybody to listen to, and we're okay with that. We're mainly experimenters, at least I in particular am, and if somebody knows that I've built an antenna that I'm happy with, that's fine. What about the internet? Well, my YouTube channel, everything I put up here is something I want people to see. Every book I publish, every video I make, something I want people to see. Now, the emails that I send between, say my editors at the publishing house are really like nobody else's business, but we're quite well aware that someone could hack in there and get a hold of that information. What they do with it is, is another issue. I don't really say stuff on the internet that is likely to get me into trouble if people find out about it. Most of the stuff I say on the internet these days is on YouTube, and I want everybody to hear it. But here's the question, really. It's a two-pronged question. How much privacy should we expect to have on the internet? And number two, how much privacy should we have on the internet? Should there be laws that make it illegal, for example, for someone to record something I've transmitted on the internet, say to intercept my email by hacking into my email server, or yours, or anybody's, and then publish that material? Should that be illegal? And if so, is it illegal? And how much of a punishment will that person actually get? And does it depend on what the content of the stuff is? All this comes out of two issues that have arisen recently in the news and will probably continue to arise. One of them is with regards to Donald Sterling, the owner of the Lakers, or maybe by now the former owner of the Lakers, who was illegally recorded saying really stupid stuff. At least I think it was stupid. And he pretty much had his career demolished as a result. But it was an illegal recording. Well, and the other business has to do with Edward Snowden, which I have alluded to in a couple of other videos today. Just kind of puzzled by this whole business, kind of baffled by this whole business. Should we be happy that guys like this come along? Or should we be wishing that they never would? Or both? In any case, it's pretty clear now that if you expect to communicate with someone by electronic media and you don't think that anybody is ever going to be able to get a hold of that data again, you're probably living in a fantasy world. There is another part of that issue, though, and I'd also like to bring that up. And that is the fact that the information that is gathered electronically by institutions such as the National Security Agency, NSA, could be used not just to incriminate you for something that you may have said, but to exonerate you in case someone accuses you falsely of something. You could actually use that information to get yourself off the hook, to prove your innocence, as it were, which is still another issue. We're not supposed to have to prove our innocence, are we? We are presumed innocent, aren't we? But all of these are controversial issues that cross over the lines between politics and even religion, all sorts of controversies on that end. And then there's the technological end. Do we have a right to privacy on the internet? And if we do have that right, then what happens when someone violates that right? What should happen to them? Does it matter who they are then? Until I kick the bucket, I am going to assume that everything that I say on the internet can and very likely will be intercepted and immortalized in some huge digital database with gigabytes of information in it. God have mercy on the person assigned to review all that stuff. Stan Gibilisco signing off. Until next time. Yes, I know I'm a crackpot, but at least I'm a benign crackpot. So long.